What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Beautiful Brown Baby Doll, and I'm coming at you with installment 2 of Weight Loss 101. I'm about to prepare for my midnight routine and get ready for bed, so I'm looking kind of crazy right now, but that's all right. I love y'all, and y'all love me just the same, so I can present myself in my rawest form. But to get down to business, today's topic is taking the X out of excuses. So let's make an X out of our excuses, really, is what I'm saying. A lot of times in weight loss, we find ways to trick ourselves out of losing weight. We try to trick ourselves into thinking it's not possible. We try to trick ourselves into thinking we don't have time. We try to trick ourselves into thinking several thoughts that are incorrect. A lot of time we don't put forth the effort that we should because we're not taking the X or making an X out of our excuses. And you'll say again, what do you mean? This is a foundation for weight loss. And like I said, this is a series, and we're going to continue to build upon things that will help you in your ultimate goal of weight loss. So, we have to start here because excuses are the reason why, and all my Greeks know their excuses, but excuses are the reasons why we don't attain many of our goals. We stop ourselves from progression. And the way we do that with weight loss is we say, the first thing, I'm going to just speak from my heart with my own excuses, the things that held me back, the first attempts that I made at weight loss. And there were several attempts before I was successful. Before becoming successful, I would say I didn't have enough time. So let's be real here. There's time in your day. Even if you have children, and I don't have children, but I know what school has been like for me, attaining a higher level degree and trying to, pay your own bills and work 3 jobs. I did all that. So how was it possible to make time? Because we make time for the things that we want to do. Believe it or not, we do. If you're planning on going to a party at the end of the week, what do? You make time to go find a dress. You make time to go find some slacks. Fellas, you make time to go find your fitteds. You make time to go find your J's. You make time for all of that. But then you will cheat yourself out of making time for your body, health, and well-being. You will trick yourself into thinking, oh, I can't wake up earlier, I'm tired. But you'll stay out later at that party. And you'll stay out longer at the mall for hours trying to find an outfit for it. So we have the tools. We just refuse to take the X out of excuses. So let's continue. Not only that, we make excuses about time. We make excuses about what we feel we can't do. A lot of times we continue to step on the scale and we're like, oh, I haven't lost any weight. I actually gained a pound. Stop making excuses. There's obviously something going on that's not happening. A lot of times when people have come to me and talked to me about plateaus or talked to me about not being able to lose weight, we've tracked that problem down. They're making excuses for things such as eating incorrectly, for not planning out their meals, not thinking about things that they should be eating, not exercising, and not doing things as they should, or not exercising enough. You can't exercise once a week and expect for all the weight in the world to fall off. You just can't do it. You can't do it. Ain't no person in the world. It takes 3 days out of the week at 30 minutes per session in order for a person to maintain their body weight. So that's just weight maintenance. So you have to up the ante in order to lose weight. And that's how you take the X out of excuses. Stop making excuses for what you're not willing to do. You need to check yourself and figure out where the root of these excuses are coming from. Furthermore, with taking the X out of the excuses, stop finding other things to do other than working on your health. A lot of times another thing that I would find was, your friends would invite you out and things like that. One thing I found was I had a lot of true good friends that supported me in my weight loss, and I had some that didn't even care. But you know what? Those that are there for you are going to understand when you say, I can't go out to eat with y'all tonight. I got something to do. Stop making excuses saying, well, I told them I was going to do this and I told them. Going out to eat will be there. But will you be there to go out to eat if you don't get your health game up? Let's be real with ourselves. Stop putting the X back in excuses. Let's take that out. Let's take it out. Furthermore, I'm just trying to think of other things that I did so I can come at you all in the raw, in the real. Another thing that I would do was get sad, get down in the dumps. I would spend hours focusing on my weight, sitting there trying on dresses that I couldn't fit or clothes that I couldn't fit when I could have been in somebody's gym getting right. Really, I could have. And a lot of times I cheated myself out of time, and I still did. I cheated myself out of time. I could have been where I am right now had I not cheated myself of time. Time spent worrying about how I look in a certain outfit, worrying about different things that I couldn't change in just one session. You know, stepping on the scale all the time and agonizing about what the numbers would say, when in all actuality I wasn't doing the things that should have been done in order to reach the goals that I needed to reach. So, again, look at your own excuses. Daily, we make excuses. Daily, we say, well, I had to stop and do this and I had to stop and do that. If you really want this, you'll make it happen. And that's with anything, not just weight loss. You'll take the X out of excuses and you'll make an X out of your excuses. Stop making excuses for everything and start making reasons and making a plan for how you can overcome your struggles. And weight loss is just one of the things I'm talking about. Honestly, you have to take a look at yourself and be willing to admit your faults in order to get through this step. And this is definitely the second step to releasing yourself and rising above ground zero. If you cannot get over your own excuses, you will not make it through your journey, whatever it will be. You know, if it takes that extra hour of getting up early, if the only time you have is early time, an excuse is not saying, I need more sleep than the average person. I needed 8 hours of sleep, just like the average person. And guess what? Some mornings, I'm not lying to y'all, I cried because I only had 5 hours of sleep and I'm just like, I don't want to work out. And I'm getting emotional about it right now. I don't want to work out. But you know what? After that workout, every time I felt refreshed, I felt renewed, I felt like I had done something good for myself. And slowly but surely, the excuses started to fade away because I knew that I was doing something good for myself. And the more and more I found myself wanting it for me, the less and less excuses I was able to make. It became natural to find ways to embark upon my goal of health, to embark upon my goal of my size, and even now toning. It became natural. I started to make reasons as to why it was important. Even now it's hard for me. Y'all think it might be easy now? It's not. Some mornings I wake up and I'm like, I worked out 5 days this week. Why do I need this 6th day? But you know what? I reason with myself and I sit there and I say, that's not an excuse. You still have breath in your body. God has blessed you to work hard and not kill yourself and not strain yourself, because I'm healthy as a horse. Been to the doctor and got the proof. So why not have a 6th day? If I can move and have the activity of my limbs and am adding to my bank of life, because when you do this, you are adding to your bank of life, then I'm not making an excuse. I'm making a reason as to why I need this and as to why it needs to get done. So again, make an X out of your excuses. All right? And take the X out of excuses. I love y'all so much that I'm going to continue with this series. I have a video for every day for probably the next 2 weeks. It's going to get intense, y'all. So get ready. Much love to you, beautiful brown baby doll. Peace. Make sure you add your girl on Facebook at the name Nina Ellis Hervey. And also, make sure that you follow me on Twitter. The name is BeautifulBrwnBabyDol, spelled a little differently. There you have it. Much love, guys.